The Fox family of Falmouth, Cornwall, UK were very influential in the development of the town of Falmouth in the 19th century and of the Cornish Industrial Revolution. In the 18th and 19th centuries, many of them were members of the Religious Society of Friends. Caroline's and Berkeley's journals. Caroline and Berkeley Fox kept remarkable journals, which were published in the 1970s and provide historical and literary biographical sources for mid-19th century Britain. Caroline's journal was originally published in 1881, when it was a surprise bestseller. A new selection from the 1882 edition by Wendy Monk was published in 1972. Caroline Fox kept her journal from 1835 to 1871. Berkeley Fox kept his journal from 1832 to 1854. Berkeley's journal was published in a scholarly but accessible edition by Raymond L. Brett in 1979, reprinted with additional material in 2008. Family friends mentioned in the journals of Caroline and Berkeley Fox. Royal Cornwall Polytechnic Society. The idea for the foundation of the Royal Cornwall Polytechnic Society was created by Caroline, Berkeley and their older sister, Anna Maria. The first committee of the Poly, elected in January 1833, was rather dominated by Fox family members. Dr. Fox, Mr. and Amp, Mrs. R.W. Fox, Mr. and Amp, Mrs. G.C. Fox, Mr. T.W. Fox, Mr. G.P. Fox, Mr. and Amp, Mrs. A. Fox, Mr. J. Fox, Mr. and Amp, Mrs. C. Fox of Perrin, Miss Fox and Mrs. A. M. and C. Fox and Mr. R. B. Fox of Bank. In 1870, the Falmouth and Amp Penrhyn Committee included Charles Fox, Miss A. M. Fox, A. Fox, N. Fox, R.W. Fox, Howard Fox, Mrs. Howard Fox, Robert Fox, Samuel Fox and George Henry Fox. Miss A. M. Fox judged the needlework that had been exhibited in the annual exhibition. The Poly in Church Street, Falmouth hit serious financial problems in January 2010 and closed its commercial arm. It recovered and is still operating. Science and Technology. R.W. Fox FRS. Caroline and Berkeley's father and uncle were both scientists. The father, Robert Fox, was an FRS with interests in mineralogy, metallurgy and geomagnetism. He was a live wire in the British Association. He invented an improved version of the dipping needle deflector, a navigational aid for polar explorers. Charles Fox. Their uncle, Charles Fox, also published scientific papers and ran an innovative iron foundry at Perrin. Fox family and the Bars. The Fox family descended from R.W. Fox the Elder, had a long engagement with the British Association for the Advancement of Science, founded in 1831. In August 1835, Berkeley Fox, aged 19, recorded in his journal his visit to Dublin for the Bar's annual meeting, with his father, Robert Fox the Younger, and his uncle, Charles Fox. R.W. Fox read a paper to the physics section and demonstrated his instrument. In 1836, Berkeley Fox records a large family visit to Bristol at the time of the Bar's annual meeting in 1836. His younger sister, Caroline, was in the party and attended the physics section. In 1837, the family made a tour of the north of England, and this included the Bar's annual meeting in Liverpool. Caroline was also present at this event. In 1841, Berkeley attended the annual meeting held at Plymouth with his two sisters and became a life member. Caroline Fox also attended the 1857 annual meeting in Dublin. her father read a paper on the temperature in mines in the geological section. In August 1884, Barclay and Caroline's older sister, Anna Maria, visited Canada and the USA with her nephew, Howard Fox, to attend the British Association meeting in Montreal and the meeting of the bars with the American Association in Philadelphia. At the British Association's annual meeting held in Nottingham in September 1893, Howard Fox read a paper to the geology section. The Radiolarian Church of Cornwall Gardens. Robert Charles and the brother Alfred were deeply engaged in exotic botany and horticulture. They founded the gardens at Treba, Glenurgan, Penjarrick and Rose Hill in Falmouth, all currently open to the public and containing mature specimens on exotic plants and trees. Minerals. George Croker Fox, Robert Were Fox FRS and Alfred Fox assembled excellent collections of minerals which are now in the British Museum, given by Arthur Russell. Edward Fox, merchant of Wadebridge, supplied the great collector Philip Rashley with mineral specimens. Quaker interests. Many of the family were Quakers, but they were not related to the George Fox who was one of the founders of the movement. They were active locally in the Falmouth meeting, Cornwall monthly meeting and Devon and Cornwall quarterly meeting. According to the journals of Caroline and Barclay Fox, the parents and uncles usually attended the annual gathering of Quakers called London Yearly Meeting, when, as well as attending the sessions of Yearly Meeting, they met their Quaker relations and friends from all over the United Kingdom. Caroline and Anna Maria Fox were plain Quakers all their lives, their unfashionable narrow skirts inspiring the names of two mine chimneys. However, the Falmouth Quakers were not plain in their appreciation and practice of art and literature. During the period that Barclay Fox kept his journal, he abandoned the numbering of months for the pagan names previously avoided by friends. The Fox family intermarried with local Quaker families and prominent Quaker mercantile families, such as Backhouse and Pease of Darlington, Hustler, Lloyd and Barclay of Berry Hill. Charles Fox and Alfred Fox, his eldest son, Alfred Lloyd Fox, played a part in the Society of Friends overseas missions. Business interests of the Fox family. The family worked in partnership with other Quaker families, Tregetherlys of Falmouth and Price of South Wales, and with the Methodist family of Williams. Shipbrooking. G.C. Fox was a major shipping agency and broker in the growing freight port of Falmouth. The company was established in 1762 and passed out of family control on the 30th of September 2003. It remains the oldest ship agency company in Falmouth. Pilchard Fishery, Processing and Export. Alfred Fox was heavily engaged in the pilchard industry of Cornwall. Much of the output was salted fish for export to Catholic Southern Europe. In 1882, Howard, George and Robert Fox formed the Falmouth Fishery Company Limited, which also purchased G.C. Fox's ship towage business. In 1893 it was transformed into the Falmouth Towage Company Limited. Iron founding parent foundry. General manager of the foundry, George Fox II, Charles Fox, Barclay Fox. Neath Abbey Iron Foundry. Metal mining, tin and copper mining, supplying credit, pumping engines, imported materials, timber balks, coal, in partnership with the Williams family, developing the harbour at Portreath and the Portreath tramway to the mines from there. Coal mining. Neath Abbey Coal Company. Timber trade. For 200 years the Fox family carried out the timber trade, with depots at Penryn, Falmouth, Truro and Grampound Road. In 1957, the business was merged with Harvey's of Hale. Consulships of various foreign countries, held successively by members of the Fox family. U.S. State Department facts. Have there been multi-generational foreign affairs families in U. History. A family of English Quaker merchants named Fox were U.S. consuls at Falmouth, England. Robert Were Fox served from 1794 to 1812, and again from 1815 to his death in 1818. Robert Were Fox, Jr., served from 1819 to 1854. Somehow the consulate passed out of the family between 1854 and 1863. Two more generations of Foxes then served. Alfred Fox was appointed in 1863, and Howard Fox served from 1874 until the post was closed in December 1905. U.S. Consuls 1792 to 1794. Edward Long Fox 1794 to 1812, 1815 to 1818. R.W. Fox the Elder 1818 to 1854. R.W. Fox the Younger 1854 to 1863. The American Civil War 1863 to 1874. Alfred Fox, brother of R.W. Fox the Younger 1874 to 1905. Howard Fox, son of Alfred Fox. Medicine and surgery. Several members of the family were surgeons and physicians, some based in Falmouth. The most distinguished of these seems to have been Edward Long Fox, lunatic asylum proprietor at Brislington and developer of Weston-super-Mare as a sea-bathing resort. He married twice and had 15 daughters and 8 sons. He should not be confused with another Edward Long Fox, in whose name an annual public lecture has been endowed at the University of Bristol. The Oxford Companion to Medicine states there were 21 doctors in the Fox dynasty. Politics. In his journal for 1839 and 1840, Berkeley Fox records his enthusiastic support for the Liberal candidate for Penrhyn and Amp, Falmouth, Edward John Hutchins, his approval of the reformed electoral process and his delight at victory. In March 1840, he campaigned for Cornish MPs to support Hewitt's bill to abolish the death penalty for all offences. Berkeley, his father R.W. Fox and his uncle, Alfred Fox, were involved in lobbying ministers and officials in Westminster and Whitehall with other Cornish gentry and merchants for the post office packet service, the fishing and mining industries and the extension of a railway service west of Plymouth. At the 1868 general election, Charles Fox of Treba was one of 2 representatives of Falmouth on the committee to elect the Liberal candidate, Pendarb's Vivian, to Parliament representing West Cornwall. Howard Fox was the treasurer of the Falmouth Liberal Association. Robert Berkeley Fox, Berkeley's grandson, was a Conservative county councillor in Cornwall. Genealogy. Children and her children of George Fox of Parr. George Fox of Parr was the son of Francis Fox of St. Germans, Cornwall, and his second wife, Tabitha Croker. Francis's father, also Francis, and his mother, Dorothy, were early converts to the revolutionary Quaker faith. George Fox married twice, first to Mary Beeling and second to Anna Dibble. Children of first marriage of George Fox to Mary Beeling. Edward Fox of Wadebridge married Anna Were. They had 9 children, including George Fox of Perranarworthil near Falmouth, Cornwall, merchant Thomas Fox of Wellington, Somerset, Edward Fox of Wadebridge, merchant. Robert Were Fox of Wadebridge, his cousin, a cousin's son, both also called Robert Were Fox. Children of George Fox's second marriage to Anna Dibble. George Croker Fox I. Joseph Fox of Falmouth. Joseph was the first Falmouth Fox, and founder of the medical dynasty. He was also a man of character, as is plain from the affair of the prize money. He married Elizabeth Hingston on the 17th of May 1754. He was Mayor of Falmouth at the time of the visit of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, on the 1st of September 1843. The 11 children of Joseph Fox and Elizabeth Kingston included two who became medical doctors: Joseph Fox, of Falmouth, who married his second cousin Elizabeth Peters. Joseph became a Catholic. Edward Long Fox, lunatic asylum proprietor at Brislington and developer of Weston-super-Mare as a sea-bathing resort. Edward Long Fox married first Catherine Brown and second Isabella Kerr and had 22 children. The other children of Joseph Fox and Elizabeth Kingston were children of George Croker Fox I, and Mary were his wife. George Croker Fox I was the son of George Fox of Parr and his second wife, Anna Dibble. In 1749, he and Mary were married. The children were George Croker Fox II. He married Catherine Young in 1780. The son, also called George Croker Fox, in 1810, married Lucy Berkeley, whose sister, Maria, who married R.W. Fox the younger. Lucy and Maria were daughters of Robert Berkeley of Berry Hill, near Dorking, Surrey. Lucy and George Croker Fox III had no children. He was the author of the following translations: The Prometheus of Aeschylus and the Electra of Sophocles. Translated. With notes intended to illustrate the typical character of the former. Also, a few original poems. By George Croker Fox. London, Darton and Amp Harvey, 1835. The Death of Demosthenes, and Other Original Poems, with the Prometheus and Agamemnon of Aeschylus, translated from the Greek. London, 1839. Joshua Fox. Robert Were Fox the elder, businessman, see below. Thomas Were Fox married Mary Tregethless. They had 4 sons. He moved to Plymouth after his wife's death. William Were Fox. Philip Fox. William and Philip were drowned in a great storm off the coast of Holland. 3 other children. Children of R.W. Fox the elder and Elizabeth Tregethless, his wife. Robert Were Fox the younger, F.R.S. and businessman. George Philip Fox. Joshua Fox of Tregenda married Joanna Flannery, who died 1826. 3 daughters: Joanna Ellen Fox. Marie-Louise Fox married Harry Tribner in October 1877. Josephine Fox. Alfred Fox, businessman. 12 children: Henry Charles Fox of Treba, general manager of the Perrin Foundry. Charlotte Fox married Samuel Fox of Wellington, his second marriage, the 18th of April 1849. The family moved to Tottenham in 1837 and on his retirement in 1857 to Falmouth. At the time of Charlotte's death she resided at Lamorva. Elizabeth Tregethless Fox married Will Gibbons of Birmingham and later of Falmouth, banker, in 1833. No children. Louise Fox, unmarried, merchant at Perrin Wharf. Mariana Fox married Francis Duckett, of Frenchay, leather factor, in 1833. Children of R.W. Fox the younger and Maria Berkeley, his wife, Anna Maria Fox, promoter of the Royal Cornwall Polytechnic Society. No children. Amateur painter and organizer of the art section of the annual exhibition at the Poly. The first purpose-built building of Falmouth School of Art, in Arwenack Avenue, was given in memory of her. The 1904 building was refurbished in 2007. Berkeley Fox, author of Journal, published in 1979. Caroline Fox, author of Journal, published in 1881 and 1972. Other relations: Edmund Backhouse, son-in-law of Charles Fox. Horace Pym, editor of Caroline Fox's Journal, published 1881, and husband, successively, of two of her relations. Josiah Fox, naval architect and a relation of this family. Howard Fox, son of Alfred and Sarah Fox, chair of the Falmouth Harbour Board and the Falmouth Docks Company for 45 years. Married Olivia Blanchorme, a non-Quaker. They had two sons, Charles Masson Fox and Howard Orme Fox, and two daughters, Olivia Lloyd Fox and Stella Fox. Charles Masson Fox, chess player, son of Howard Fox and Olivia Blanchorme, his wife. Partner in the Fox family's businesses and consul to Russia and Sweden. Charles Fox, poet and Orientalist of Falmouth and Bristol. This Charles Fox is the subject of a DNB article. It is not clear whether or how he was related to other Falmouth Foxes. Robert Barclay Fox, son of Robert Fox and Ellen Bassett, his wife, grandson of Barclay Fox, Cornwall County Councillor, High Sheriff of Cornwall, 1920–1921, partner in G.C. Fox.